feel it wrapped around your soul with no control? You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water. I'll run, I'll hide. Darkness always clouds my mind. When I look behind, it's moving closer every time. I can't pretend that I have a strong defense. 'Cause darkness, my old friend, you get me till that's the end. At the end. Can you feel it wrapped around your soul with no control? You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water. I can't pretend that I have a strong defense. 'Cause darkness, my old friend, you get me till the
What's going on, folks? Welcome to the Tottenham Hotspur merry-go-round, the carnival ride fit for kings. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I can't anymore. What? Look, I was going to do a show. I had a bunch of stuff prepared today. We're going to talk about Fonseca. I mean, I even have my Fresca ready to go. And what a squad. What a team. So proud. So proud today to be a Tottenham Hotspur supporter. Paulo Fonseca is out. He's out. Not happening. Paulo Fonseca woke up today and found a horse head in his bed. Look, guys. I mean, this is a Q&A show for today. I can already tell for a feeling that the fact that the comment thread here is already full to capacity. That this is going to be a tough one. So if you want to make sure that I answer your question, we do have the super chat function available on the channel now. So super chats will get priority, but we'll try to go through the list like we always do for folks for the first half hour. We're only going to do a half hour of Q&A today, and then I'm going to open it up to the creators to jump in because there's a lot of people that want to have something to say. So please forgive me on that frame of it, but extenuating circumstances call for extenuating measures, right? But look, guys, let's get rolling in on some questions here. Oh man, there's already too many. Leith, unbelievable. At least this shows we are ruthless and go for our target we want. As Gold said, Gattuso was number one for Patrici. Look, I think that it's wrong. I think it lacks integrity and dignity. No, Leith, you're right. That's the problem. Like, even with Fonseca, was he underwhelming? Yeah. But I was starting to warm to the concept. Like I said, I prepared things today to read out. And, I mean, even Ali Gold's article for, a while ago. So, I mean, I'm going to read parts of it here. Just read it out. I'm not going to throw it up on screen or anything. So, Gattuso left Florentine on Thursday. Fonseca was supposed to be signed yesterday. Then yesterday, Gattuso, or however you pronounce him. Let's go for the Gutso is what I call him. Gutso. Gutso parted ways based on money reasons. Couldn't find things with his folks, and but apparently Paratici is an admirer of Gattuso, and once he became available, basically, gave the peace sign the other way around to Fonseca, and that's all she wrote. Let's try to get in some other comments here. There's not a lot of questions. There's simply just a lot of statements of disdain and disgust. We are finished. Rather get Potter or Howe. I don't know about that, Choppa. I don't want this guy as my manager. Oh God, please no. Please just get Zidane or SMTH. I'm guessing that's something. Reload XZX66. Next, we'll see finish club. I should probably click on these instead of just reading them, huh? Even Charlie Brown said, "Go to the leaf." Hello, everyone. Messi, he's fuming with the club. I don't know what's wrong with it, mate. I don't know what's wrong with it. Not surprised. Typical Indicanism running a football club. Hey, can't disagree with you there. No. Just get Gerard for FS. You're not eating out. You're disgraced. Look, I can't. I gotta figure out my angle here. I gotta sit to one side because I'm chopping myself off. Yeah, I can't disagree with you anymore. Old Johnny Einstein says Daniel Levy just 5 days ago. I want this club to act with dignity. I know, dude. It's a mockery. It's a mockery. Look, nothing. Anyone who's a part of this club in any form or fashion, even Mr. Paddle Matushi, I don't think they can be trusted, man. If you can go on a guy and basically tell him, agree with him verbally, and give him your word that this is going to happen and this is how it's going to happen, and then because somebody you like a little bit better, all of a sudden becomes available, and you're just like, hey, sorry, buddy, I like this guy better than you. I'm picking him. When arguably he's not even that much better of a manager. Why are that shows a lack of class. A person's word, a verbal agreement used to mean something at some point in time. And yep, there on screen you get to see all the pretties. All the ones that are showed or hide. Cody Mack saying he hates this club. I don't need to make that one big. We are laughing stock. You're absolutely right. We are. Never a dull day as a Spurs fan. I wish I'd like to have some dull days. Can't even make this up. It's a joke. 100%. No, it's Levyland, man. He's turned into an amusement park, Disneyland, making all your dreams come true. Yep. Instead of Tottenham Football Club, we should change the club's name to Tottenham Real Estate. Tottenham Hotspur Real Estate. THRE. There were some ones that people had my name on there. Let's see. Reload double XX. Gattuso accepted £1 per year less wages, so they went from instead. Look, I don't doubt that. That's 100%. Like I said, I actually put that in a group chat. What happened is that they had agreed that Paratici had agreed with Fonseca for $2.5 million a year. He went to Daniel Levy to get the approval, and Daniel Levy said no. He wanted 2.49999999999999999 million pounds a year, and not a penny more, and so the deal got taken off. We got another one here that says there's going to be a lot of Mendez clients joining now. Yep, for sure. Hopefully he's got some good people. Belgium and the Danes 1-1. Levy was in the room with Hitler and Spurs. He shoots Spurs twice. I don't know about that. I probably shouldn't have read that one now. Seeing as Daniel Levy is Jewish, Lay, I don't think it's a joke, man. I don't think it's a joke. I don't think it's a joke at all. Look, kudos. I'm not going to look. If you want to protest. But when you start hurting people, I think that's wrong. That's just me. You be you, mate. What? Kane wants to go to Spurs, apparently. leave Spurs, maybe? Oh, Chelsea. I was going to say, was that a little Freudian slip there? Dude, I don't know what's going on, man, but all I know is that this club right here, look, we have Fonseca. I had this whole thing worked out today. We're going to talk about his tactics. We're going to talk about all kinds of stuff, Q&A, asking questions, getting your guys' thoughts. Was Fonseca better than Jose? Is Jose better than Fonseca? And now I don't even have to, screw it. It's all out the window, man. It's all out the window. I don't think he lives in the U.S., man. Let me drink this Fresca in memory of Fonseca, his short-term time with the club. What are you doing here, man? Seriously, what's going on? Look, I agree with you, man. I don't disagree with you on the thing, the man, minus the hurting people, because some people did get hurt in that. But yeah, no. But the problem is people won't, dude. I've already started to see people in the Twitter world already saying, "Well, if Paratici says it's he's the best candidate, then it must be a good idea." That's the problem, man. Look, man. This club is absolutely and it's just like everybody was all Fonseca. Like all the pro Levy people were Fonseca in. Good manager, going to be exciting, better in Conte. Yeah. And then as soon as they do something as underhanded as drop him at the last minute and go for somebody else, they're like, oh, yep, that other guy must be the best guy for the job. Must be him. Must be right. Must be the best one for the job. Holy cow. What's below Gattuso? Ryan Mason. That's who's below Gattuso. Have you seen the Nico Sherry tweet says Gattuso has agreed to $2.5 million annually, same as Fonseca? Yeah, look, it wasn't about money. This wasn't what it was about, apparently. Apparently, the club just said, screw you, Fonseca. We don't care. Right? Even though we promised and we agreed. You're done. And this is what I'm going to quote something for Ali Gold here. It says, now Fonseca, who was an underwhelming choice for many Spurs fans who had been hoping for either of the two previous candidates, meaning Conte and Pochettino, has also been dispensed with despite advanced talks. Gattuso, with his own lack of managerial success outside the Coppa Italia win and sackings and resignations littered throughout his relatively short career in the dugout, is unlikely to muster much excitement from beleaguered Tottenham supporters, and his fiery nature would be an odd mix with the club's hierarchy. However, Spurs still have to get the deal over the line first, and that has proved to be impossible so far for a club that has lurched from one PR disaster to the next in the past 18 months. Great closing, Alistair. I would have loved to see more colorful worlds like maybe Levy out or screw you, Daniel. Something like that. The last couple of sentences would have been great. But I can't blame you. These at Will Stewarts, they're hard to find. Super chats are a lot easier. I know you guys can't all do that, but if you can, it lights up green on here and I can actually see it. Struggling. Keep seeing the orange ones in the YouTube window, but I can't find them to put them on the screen. Oh, there it is. WillStewartTHFCRants. Enoch are going to keep getting worse managers until he's just about good enough to keep them in the league. Probably going to do minimum wage contracts with 1 million survival. I don't doubt it. Look, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. Look, guys, I mean, this is absolutely shambles. We're shambles. Our club's in shambles. I need your guys' support in helping me to make some sense out of this. How people can still support Daniel Levy at all. At all. I mean, there are fans that are actually fans of Daniel Levy. They literally worship him. And it's a bit disgusting, to be honest with you. You know. I don't know. This 5-minute PR video. What's the PR video? I actually don't care about this club at all. YG Jazz. I actually don't care. What 5-minute PR video are you talking about? What 5-minute PR video? No, Todd, not normal business. Not normal business at all. This is not normal. Not normal at all. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Bob, you did. Thanks for that £5 super chat, by the way, Bob. So for folks who don't know, Bob said at 11 o'clock UK time that that the second thing's not happening, and that we were going in for Gattuso. And no, Bob, I will not be Mason in ever under any circumstances. I'd rather have my 13-year-old son manage Tottenham Hotspur than Ryan Mason. At least then I could text him and tell him what to do. Simos Funk, what do you make of Banter FC over here? Simos Funk, he's a friend of mine who's an Arsenal fan, and gosh, you guys gotta be laughing your asses off at us right now. Gotta be laughing. Gotta be laughing. You don't think 90 minutes will be enough tonight? Well, don't worry. We have a special thing called extra time on the show. And what reload double XXX.XXX.XXX is saying is that he's talking about our new show that is premiering tonight. It'll be bouncing around from channel to channel. Henry at Henry White TV will be hosting the first episode tonight, 9 p.m. UK time, 4 p.m. US time. It'll be featuring Will, Brian, Stell, Bobby, Henry, not Jack. Jack's busy. But we will be having Iggy on, Danny, Brian, and Johnny from all those different, channels. This is going to be a show that you don't want to miss. Nothing else will be able to top the fire and heat that will be coming from these handsome gentlemen here. That's going to be a show that you definitely want to be a part of. Also, too, while we're plugging stuff, I got to always plug, the people that help make this channel possible financially. You all help make the channel possible by participating. But Williams Rangers, head on over to patreon.com/THFCRants, Spartan 7 Gaming, Wayne Bonner, Mama Coates, Celery Agent, The Mysterious AG with all the inside information, Gogama Nim, Tony Go, and Alex Burleton. Also, too, if you guys are watching and you're not subscribed already, please make sure you do that. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe, and ring the bell so that you know every time that we go live. I'm gonna tell you what, right now on this show right here that you guys are doing, you are gonna want to go and subscribe to all these channels, right? You got Will Stewart that's here. If you're subscribed to this channel, that's where you want to subscribe. Tottenham Away, Bob Spur TV, Henry Wright TV, and Johnny at the Shelfside Spurs, and then Danny when he gets his channel up and running. Make sure you guys subscribe to all those channels because the show is basically it's going to rotate from channel to channel every week. So you're going to need to do that. And then let's see. I got more questions coming in here. It's hard to find them. Brandon Sebastian. There it is. A lot easier if it's in the super chat, folks. I can see it real quick. Instant. Will Stewart, THFCRants heard Gennaro Gattuso is hothead. You know anything about him? He's new to me. No, yeah, he is a hothead. Apparently, in his younger days, he's cussing out reporters on live TV. Think of like Jose Mourinho. If Jose Mourinho was a volume level number 5, as far as hotheads are concerned, and Conte is a 7, Gattuso would be like a 9. Or maybe like, let's turn it up to 11. Right? So, yeah, guys, I mean, this is going to... Also, make sure you smash that like button. Let's get the likes up on this video. I want to get at least up to, I don't know, 75 likes on this stream right now. Let's do it. 109 people watching. And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But we're going to, like I said before, we're going to start Creators Corner a little bit early today. So folks, if you're out there in the crowd and you're a creator and you want to jump on the show, make sure you jump in the back room now. Here in about 3 minutes, we'll start that segment of the show. So, Johnny, Bob, Cody, all the guys are in that WhatsApp group that I posted the link to earlier. It's way up there, so I'll post it again. Just because I know you guys are lazy and don't like to look for stuff. Yeah. More comments. What happened? Why is my chat frozen? I'm just gonna have to read your guys' comments here off the screen. We've got because it takes me too long to find them on the thing. So we got Dave, or this is Genty here. So Dale 1G, I would support you on Patreon, but it has Rangers. Sorry, hey, sorry, man. It's all right. It's all right, fella. It's all right. Will Stewart THFCs every week is when we get the channel membership, Genty. You can hit us up with that. Every week is a kick in the head with this club. I don't disagree with you, Dave. Reload double XXX. Think of a mix of Jose and Conte, but minus all the success. Yeah, no success. To be honest with you, Fonseca has won more trophies than Gattuso. It's just a true statement. That's just a true statement. But folks out there in the creator land, if you want to jump on, there's the link. And for the folks over on the Twitter land, I'm not worried about it. The Twitter people can miss out. But any last questions? Any serious things you want to know before we start bringing people in and talking about this in a more serious matter, or should we just bring them in? Huh? Start bringing them in. We love the freaks. Who's the freak? Anyway, let's start bringing in some creators. He's a bearded fellow, and he It's possibly even red. I'm not sure, but we'll see.
Talking about me?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, it's red, mate. You know, I'm Scottish, man, so there has to be a bit of ginger in me. So I've got the normal hair colour with the red beard. A day walker, I think they call me. So
day walkers.
Yeah.
Gotta have the ginger beards.
And the ginger bottle. Get the iron brew.
The iron brew. And yeah, I mean we've got.
Yeah, man. It's crazy day. Eh?
You can hear my notifications in the YouTube stream. There's probably a really bad echo right now, then too. Hold on one second.
I thought that was like part of it. Was that not supposed to be part of it?
Nope. Should be fine now. Let's see. Yep. Should be good now. For some reason, that box was checked and it shouldn't have been. And we're good now. But we've got some more friends in the back before we say all the fun stuff. Let me get this out of people's faces here. And let's bring them in. Cody Mack, what the heck is on your head? He's lost his mind.
Oh no, this is my new Spurs cap. Did you not see? This is the new this is like the new third kit hat for the circus.
New third kit hat?
Yeah.
I feel bad I haven't got a hat.
You can get them online.
Yeah. He's outdoing us here, you know. Showing us up.
I thought it was in honour of Gattuso having used to play in Scotland, so you were wearing like a tartan hat or something.
Yeah. Talking to the wrong fan. So he was the other side.
Yeah, he was.
But I mean, what do you guys make? What do you guys make of what we are as a football club right now? I mean, literally, like, does integrity mean anything anymore to people? Does a person's word mean anything anymore? Like if they had come to a verbal agreement with Fonseca, I mean, literally, I started hearing transfer rumors about what players were coming in, and I understand that Paratici is buying the players, and that the manager probably doesn't, having a DOF now, the manager probably doesn't have a lot of say about who comes in or who doesn't. But how does Paratici, Paddle Matushi, or whatever you call him, look at someone like Gattuso and say, "Oh yeah, that's better"?
Makes you question his judgment already, isn't it? Early doors.
Yeah.
And 5 days after Daniel Levy said that we'll act with dignity as well to come to a verbal agreement with someone and then pull the deal on him. It's just...
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. Have you seen the two main camps of this story? One is that is the one that Fabrizio Romano and that kind of group are saying that it was down to the finances and he wasn't aware, which just seems, I don't know, ludicrous that he wouldn't be aware that tax would be an issue if he's been, assigned for so long. And then the other camp, which is like Alistair Golden are saying, is that it's another Conte job. How we were looking at something else, and then, Conte's on the market now. I'll go for him. Because apparently Paratici actually really rates Gattuso. He tried to get him when he was at Juventus. And, Gattuso has just left Florentino only like 12 hours ago or something like that. Can't remember the exact time. But so now that he's available, they went, bugger, jumped for him, which just, just screams like, I don't know.
It's like he's playing management Tinder, isn't he? Swiping through them. Nah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even that bad. It's not even that bad because at least then you do something. But Ginty, I don't know if your mic is on. I think the one from your computer is coming in because it sounds like you're in a tin box, and it didn't sound like that the other day. You might have the wrong one selected there. If not, that's cool. But it just, yeah, there you go.
Sorry about that, man. I didn't know. Like, for some reason, it took the wrong default mic, which is...
So sometimes, I mean, mine does that too. I have to double check before I jump in.
I was going to say, that looks like a pretty expensive setup for how shit it's
No, I've been swindled. The club has swindled me, and now the mic has swindled me.
I thought you were just saving your voice for tomorrow to cheer on the boys against England.
Oh, I know.
Which I will be doing a live watch along here on the channel for that match. So if you want to join and watch or not, that's fine too. But
And you're an honorary Scot tomorrow, aren't you, Will?
Honorary? I mean, heritage wise, yes.
Heritage wise,
Yeah. I once told. See, I've learned my lesson. When I was in 2003, when I was in the military, I worked with some British Army, Navy, Marines, all kinds of different people. And there was a Scotsman who was in one of the branches. I can't remember which one it was. And a lot of Americans, they tend, if you ask them what they are, they'll tend to say their heritage, right? So it's very commonplace in America that if you're French, you say, if you're from French heritage, you say I'm French. It's just very commonplace. So I told him, oh, I'm Scottish too. He said, no, my left nut is more Scottish than you are, mate. And,
the worst thing Americans do when they say, "Oh, you're British," they just mean England when they say Britain. And there's 3 other countries: it's Wales, Scotland, and England. For
yeah, they don't count, though, Ginty.
Is that right? But yeah. So that's always a problem I find when people talk about that.
This is the analogy that I like to use when people try and call me American. Like North America is just one giant continent and we're all Americans. It doesn't really matter if you're Mexican or Canadian.
The Canadian accent's too close to American. You need to start go like straight up.
This is my solution, Ginty. This is what I did. I just get these out anytime somebody wants to call me an American.
You need to go straight up like British Columbian accent, dude, and just like
that's a nice combo.
You'd start doing the big one, Cody.
Definitely.
My head's getting hot.
Because you live in Ontario. Because you live in Ontario, your accent's too close to Americans. That's why you get it's only on certain words that you can even pick up your Canadian accent. So that's your
I think we're just trying to avoid talking about the
I know, right?
Big other bald elephant in the room,
There's 2 bald elephants in the room right now, but there's gonna be more here soon.
And then he tops it off by sending out another email trying to flog a load of tat from the club shop as well. Just they've got no idea the club, have they? Did you get it, Ginty, as well? Like an email about an hour or so. Oh God!
No, I haven't checked my email. So
why do they keep doing that? Do they think that makes us happy? Like, oh my gosh, this news came out. Oh, what do we got to do? We got to make up for it. Okay, let's mark stuff down 30%.
Yeah, flog them some tat. That'll keep them happy. Yeah.
It's like back in the old days when the rich people used to throw moldy bread out to the starving masses to keep them from rioting, right?
Let them eat cake.
I was about to say that. Let them eat cake. Yeah.
Oh my God!
What do you? Oh, sorry, on you go.
No, go ahead, man.
I was going to say, what do you think out of the 2 stories, the 2 main theories to this, why this has went tits up? What one do you think is more likely? So we've got it's another Conte. He's just saw the guy that he wanted and he's jumped at that opportunity, or do you think it's the tax thing? When the money?
Probably both.
Probably both. Yeah. Why would Gattuso join Tottenham? He's left because of transfer. He's not getting the right funding, and he's thought, I'll just go to Tottenham, because they're world renowned for letting managers get the players that they want. It's
pretty bad. But I can't delay on this, and just because it's the time to do it. So people out there, if you have small children in the room, please cover their ears and
was expecting the beams of light.
The laser eyes.
Hello, Brian.
Hi, my name's Brian. I work for Tottenham Hotspur Property Development. I would like to know, we have a new skyscraper coming. I'd like to know if you'd like the forward-facing ice skating rig, diving board, or football pitch view, because there used to be a football team in N17.
Oh.
I'm going to keep my language down to a bare minimum because I'm going to save all that for 9 at 9.
Good idea.
I think it's best I do that. Listen, we're a joke. We're pathetic. We can get in this building application in. We can buy a golf club. We can do everything in the space of a week. But on day Monday was 58 days in, and we can't get a manager. It's like, do you know what? I just tweeted breaking news, official footage from Daniel Levy's office, and it's someone playing Guess Who, because that's what we're doing as a club. We're going, does your manager have glasses? No, put them down. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing. And this is with Harry Kane and Human Son's contract. It might be signed soon. Where have we heard this before?
So I'm telling you, that's not happening, dude.
That's not.
What's going on here?
Look at this. Look at the middle of the screen at the top. Paulo Fonseca is now being lined up for the Fiorentina vacancy. That's where Gattuso just left. Oh my God.
Do you know what? Honestly. I mean, do you know what? There's a reason why me, Cody, and Will don't have any hair. It's to stop it being pulled out. We're pathetic.
That's so true. And here's another person with no hair. Tommy.
How you doing, chaps? How's it going?
Hi, Tommy.
Man, I got a lot of hats, but I couldn't compete with that one you had on earlier, Cody. So I thought I'll just go with a scalp. I'll just go with a scalp here.
Tommy, apologies for. Sorry, just want to apologise for you for yesterday or whatever day it was, mate. I didn't get to sleep till about 4 a.m.
No, me and Johnny coped. It was all cool.
You made a guest appearance via voice message.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Singing
Yeah, mate. Do you know the Pavlyuchenko
Oh, Jesus.
song?
Supercalifragilistic Roman Pavlyuchenko.
Okay.
Oh,
I had
mate.
to put that in. But I just want to say, to start things off, I am delighted we haven't got Fonseca. I'm delighted we haven't got Fonseca. I know it's a merry-go-round, but he was literally the least ambitious option of all the options all the managers have been linked with. I know there's been a hell of a lot. So first and foremost,
Not Gattuso.
if anybody believes
Gattuso was our first choice.
if anybody believes the Gattuso rubbish, then they need a lobotomy themselves, because that's not happening. It's not happening. There's no way we're getting Gattuso. No chance. Not in a month of Sundays. I don't believe that for a second.
To me, Tommy, I have to say this is Paolo Matucci literally saying, "Listen, Fonseca's too much money." He's been there less than a week. Well, he doesn't officially start till the 1st of July, and already this is what he has to deal with, just to prove you have full footballing authority to do what you want. That's worked.
Do you think he has any power? Does
No.
anyone in the chat today, do you think Paratici has any power whatsoever? Because I don't. I honestly do not.
I've got more power than him because Levy apparently
He's not.
responds
He's a
to my
puppet.
rants.
He's a puppet. He's an absolute puppet, man. He's a puppet.
Good times.
Do you think that we'll finally see Levy appoint himself as manager because he'll finally get what he wants, you know? And then we can
I'd rather him do that.
Stuff
I'd rather him do that than appoint Ryan Mason again.
Do you know what? I'm going to say this. I don't condone violence of any kind of nature. But if he actually did that, I would be on the first flight back home and literally just put a tweet out saying, "Someone give me a ticket."
Why?
Give
At
me a
least then
ticket.
we can literally, there will be no single Spurs fan left who's Levy in. I mean, I'm sure there'll be a lot of them who start out going, "Oh no, Daniel Levy's going to make a great manager. You know, he's a great businessman. You know, he's got all that business sense. You know that he can get stuff."
Lappers. Lappers has got it right.
No,
Gattuso,
Ryan.
the Italian
No,
Joey
Messi.
Barton.
I refuse
The
it.
Italian Joey Barton. Absolutely. It's exactly what he is.
Surely
So,
at that stage, it's only his friends and family which are supporting Levy now, isn't it? You'd have
I
thought.
don't think his family are supporting him right now. I mean,
No. Don't get that wrong. I've already seen people flip on Twitter.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saying that this is, hey, if Paratici has decided, then it must be the best
Oh.
choice.
I thought you said flipped as I did when I got onto Twitter because I completely flipped the heck out.
No,
Well,
I don't
anyway,
mean. I'm talking like they've already flipped. Like they were all Fonseca, and now they're all Gattuso. It's like they literally
must be
just
bots.
follow around.
They're not real people. They're
No,
bots.
they're real
100%.
people.
No, I don't believe it anymore.
No,
I think
100%.
they
They're real
pictures.
people. 100%.
do you know what? I used to get all my Spurs information from like the daily papers back home and everything. Obviously, I'm looking in the wrong department. I need to start reading the Financial Times because that's the only thing we need to read as Spurs fans now. That's all we need to. Listen,
That's the truth as well. That's the truth.
we
GFC.
are, or we were a football club. There used to be a football team at N17. There's no football team. There may be a group of people that meet up and play games in the Premier League. We are not a football team anymore. And the sooner people realise that, the better.
Surely
you have people like Cody, sorry Johnny, that were saying if he gets a chance to go to London, as much as his dream is, sorry Cody, I can't look at you. I think you're going to take off in that hat. So literally, we have people like Cody who hasn't been to a Spurs game who's saying if I have the opportunity to go to London right now, I'm looking to go for a protest as opposed to a game. How sickening is that?
Mm-hmm.
How sickening is that?
Yeah. There's one right here.
As a player, as a goddamn player.
Similar to Roy Keane, he was a great player, but didn't make transfer into
And
management.
then still had a question, what team are we going to support next? And two, for people that are watching, if this is your first time watching the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And then also too, make
Can I
sure
just read this message out from like one of my best mates, Spurs fan? Yeah, he doesn't really appear on too many channels.
One second. Make sure you hit the subscribe, and also make sure you check out this show tonight, 9 p.m. We're going to be going into the same topic in more detail, and it's going to be even fiery than this one here. So
Yes, I'll be unfiltered. That's for sure. I just hope Henry is prepared for Daigle rants on his channel.
I don't know if he is, but Tommy, you got a message from your mate, man.
Right, he's literally just messaged me. So this is it. Massive Spurs fan. And he was certainly bordering on the Levy in a month ago. Certainly. Right. So, Tommy, you see the Spurs news. I am completely fucking done with Levy. How can he have fucked up the managerial appointment so bad? And he's as far right. If we talk about political parties, he's as far right as anyone was a month ago. And he has been for pretty much his Spurs lifetime, and he's done now. So these things are changing. And it makes this, when we get back to the stadium, when we get back to the stadium, like the riots are going to be fantastic. I think there's going to be riots, big protests inside the stadium, and that has to be a good thing because if the Levians are moving now, then I say Levy. I don't think anyone Levy in as such, but sort of in the middle ground there. If that happens and then move to Levy out, it's going to benefit us. It's definitely going to benefit the club. So fingers crossed, everyone's moving.
Well, there's a comment I need to comment on from a great guy that's always on all the channels, and it's from Limey Leafs fan. And I need to tell you, my man, the Jewish community, believe me, are turning against him because I can see where you say the Golders Greens, Temple Fortune, Hampstead people, which is obviously it's a very, very Jewish area, but I can tell you, being Jewish myself, that area, a lot of people are turning against him. A lot of people. This goes, obviously we're known for being the Yid Army, yada, 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 but believe me, there are people, a lot of them like me, that have just had enough of this dude. Had enough of this dude. We are in an abyss and we keep falling deeper and deeper and deeper. And it's I've said this the whole time. It's only going to get worse. I think I said this to Cody a number of times. Once Cody fully realised and saw the light, it's only going to get worse. And as I've quoted, and I don't get Daniel Levy things wrong, it's getting worse and worse and worse. And we didn't think it could get worse than Fonseca. We didn't think it would get worse than Fonseca. And lo and behold.
It's not coming. He's definitely not coming over Gattuso. There's absolutely no chance. They've got to put someone. They've got to put another rumor out there.
Hold on one second. Two pieces of business. Sorry, don't mean to interrupt, but there's two pieces of business that I have to handle. If you're in the chat and you're spamming things that aren't related to Tottenham Hotspur, I will ban you. Okay, just so you know, right? No political mumbo jumbo in the chat, right? We're not a political podcast. We're a football podcast. Football related, banter related, I'm fine with that. But look, let's not spam stuff in the chat that is not related to football. Okay. First off, first most. Second of all, let's get some likes on the stream. 163 people watching right now. Only 74 likes. That needs to be at least to 115 in the next 35 seconds. Come on, guys. It really helps us out. It doesn't cost you anything. All you gotta do is hit the up button. And it helps push this video out to even more people. It helps the channel out a bunch. But and subscribe too if you haven't already. But
and Tennison, there will be Levy out riots because I will be there for the NFL ones. So there will be protests. I wouldn't go as far as riots. Riots might be a bit too extreme. But protests for damn sure.
You're not going to Lady Gaga, Brian?
Mate, do you know what? Mate, do you know what? Honestly, I was talking to Stelios earlier. I wish I could fly home now. I actually, once this broke, Jason, my man, I was saying to Stel, after I heard this news, I started looking at tickets to come home immediately. But then I realised I haven't had my second vaccine, and that'd be a huge waste of money. I would go to Lady Gaga. I would go to Guns N' Roses. I would go to everything. I would do anything and everything, and I am going to do it. The 3 weeks that I'm home, I will be doing anything and everything. And I've said it before, and I will be I'll say it again. One of the things I will be doing every single day, come rain or shine, I will be going to the Tottenham Hotspur training ground, which is a bus ride away from me. Literally stand out there for an hour with a massive Levy out placard. It won't be the most beautiful English, I can say. It won't be Shakespeare, that's for sure. And I'm going to walk from the training ground to the ground every single day. And I have this dream in my head that I start off just me, but by the end of this, there'll be like a whole amount of people and we'll take over the road like in a musical. And literally, I am doing that every single day. Every single day.
You've got full creative license there because most swear words came from Shakespeare, Brian, so you can say whatever you want.
Well, thanks for that.
The thing, too, is like, okay, so obviously, like, when the news broke, I was on Twitter and tweeting angrily about what's going on because at this point, like, yeah, Fonseca was underwhelming and I wasn't happy about it, but I was prepared to accept it because at least we were establishing a direction, you know? At least we were getting a fucking manager in the door. And like in some of the responses to like some of my critical tweets about this falling through, literally people are saying like, I'm just tired of hearing all the complaining about Tottenham Hotspur, blah, blah, blah. It's like, what other club in the spectrum of world football behaves this way, is run this way, makes these types of decisions, goes 60 days without a goddamn manager? At what point do Tottenham Hotspur supporters have license to complain? You know, I'm sorry, like this is just ridiculous. If nobody was complaining about any of this, how much worse would it get? You know what I mean? I don't understand that position. I don't understand how anybody can sit back, and it's just been like, it's like watching a slinky go down the stairs. You know, the Levy in crowd, the people who will defend him. Like every step that we go further down with the slinky, they have a new level to go down and defend further and further and further. You know, like it was, oh, it's a good thing that we waited so long. Look at some of the managers that we've been linked to. And my response was, yeah, what the fuck are you going to say when we don't get any of them? And now look at what's happening. You know what I mean? Good for Fonseca, man. Good for him. He got to use Tottenham Hotspur as a stepping stone without actually stepping foot in the UK. Without actually having to deal with fucking Daniel Levy aside from the negotiations. You know? Good for him. He now can put on his resume, I was approved to work at Tottenham Hotspur. Because that's what was been out there. Right?
Yeah.
But honestly, leave it to Daniel Levy, okay, to send a video out days ago saying that supporters should not believe anything that they see in the media. All that they should believe is what comes from the Spurs official Twitter account or the Spurs social accounts. And then, like, where do you think all this misinformation and all of these links and leaks of information are coming from? They're coming from within inside the club. So they've completely undermined the likes of Ali Gold and Fabrizio Romano and Rob Guest and all of these people who work very hard to try and bring us up-to-date and accurate information based on what they're told by club officials. He's completely gone and submarined their reputations in doing it. Like, you can see it in the reactions. Ali Gold's had enough. Fabrizio Romano is bantering us on Twitter today. Like, it's just it's beyond embarrassing. And like, my oldest brother is a Norwich City fan. I'm fucking jealous. And I don't mean like mildly jealous. I am deeply, deeply jealous of my brother who cheers for Norwich City.
So do you know what, Cody?
Hold on, I gotta do a couple things here. So, Tommy, you get a little bit of a weird noise. So, like, when you want to talk, just hit the unmute button, and then when you it sounds like a crackling sound. I don't know what it is, but so just I've muted you for now. But so when you talk, it's fine. I don't hear it. But when you're just sitting there, I can hear it's like. So just so you know that you can just mute and unmute yourself when you want to talk, and you should be fine. And then there's one other thing I was going to say, but I forgot. But it's okay.
Okay, I want to read something out like Tommy did now.
Oh, the comment. That's what I was going to read.
Oh, go on.
Yeah. So Tempest Fugit, I haven't seen you in the chat before. Thanks for coming to the show and watching. Is this serious? Yes, this is serious. Is he thinking short term? I have no idea what he's thinking. And either way, we're all getting a slap in the face. And then Spandan Samaran with $5 super chat. You think this is bad? Imagine the day when the stadium concert / club revenue outdoes the football revenue. Yeah, no, I've already said that. Like, and don't forget about the amusement park they're building, Spandan Samaran, the diving pool and the rock climbing wall and all that stuff. So
yeah, the thing I want to read now, Cody and Will, you would have met him before. Jake, who's been on the Two Brians a couple of times.
Yep.
Now, Jake is an incredible guy and a diehard Spurs supporter, and he feels exactly the same way I do about Levy. The reason he can't be as volatile as myself is because he's a lawyer, and if any of his clients start watching or whatever, and he's seen effing and blind, obviously.
I already read that, Cody.
So he's actually asked for the email address so he can send Daniel Levy an email. Obviously, I've been sending him emails, but that. Jake has an incredible way with words. So Jake has sent this to Daniel Levy, and it's actually a very well written email. It says, Mr. Levy, I write to you from Toronto, Canada, having supported Tottenham Hotspur for nearly 2 decades. My dad first took me to White Hart Lane in 2004, where I truly fell in love with this once great football club. I am now writing to you, asking you to resign your post as chairman of Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. My dad and uncles have told me many stories of their time growing up supporting Spurs, with glory, success and victory to accompany the memories of many great players and teams. What we have now is the polar opposite. You are focused on all the wrong motivations. We have gone 2 months without a manager, yet you bought a golf course only days ago. Why? What does that accomplish for the supporters? I don't want to support Golf Course FC or Rock Climbing FC or Cheese Room FC or Longest Bar in Europe FC or Beer from the Bottom FC. I want to support Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. The latest news of communications with Paulo Fonseca breaking down is the most recent of many modern humiliations for this club. What drives you when you wake up in the morning? What motivates you when you get out of bed? Is it this club's success? I don't believe it is. I therefore ask you to do the noble and respectful thing and resign your post as chairman. You can keep your shares in stock, given the fact that you paid yourself a bonus for the stadium, despite delivering it over budget and months late. We won't even get into the topic of whether the money is your primary focus, because that alone lets us know that it is. This club may not matter to you, but it matters to us. I write this respectfully as an extremely concerned supporter. Sincerely, Jake. Let's just say it's the polar opposite of the emails I sent him.
Yeah. No, I've read those. And attaching the YouTube links to your rants as well. So.
Oh, yeah, trust me, he's getting another one tonight. He's getting another one tonight. Do you know what? It's got to the part where, like I said, I don't want it to get violent. I don't want it to get like that. But it's gone to the part where, listen, talking and saying doing this and doing that and singing Kumbaya round the fire is not going to do it. There needs to be something set in stone. Like Jake even said, walking out in the 61st minute for the season ticket holders. The last year we won the league. Just walk out. You know what I mean? I know you have to endure 61 minutes of nonsense, but when it comes to match of the day or anyone else watching or live and sees everyone leaving in the 61st minute, it will send out a message. It will certainly send out a message.
Yeah, but at least as he normally watches, but he's usually just quiet. He just doesn't join the chat, and he says he really wants to support any action that you guys deem necessary now. You know, come on, you Spurs. Like, you know, maybe this summer is the summer, Brian, where people just start to come on over. I mean, I see people like Tails on here. I tend to remember a lot of the people that are in chat, especially the people that are in the chat frequently. I don't think I've seen him in the chat before. Thank you for watching. Linda Williams, thank you for watching. Christopher Inshaw is in sometimes, but not always. Thank you for watching. I don't know if I've seen Russell here before. You know, there's a lot of people here that are upset with the back and forth merry-go-round that is Tottenham Hotspur. And if you are watching for the first time, make sure you do hit that like button and the subscribe. We've got 109 likes. Let's see if we can get that up to. I mean, what's the record on the channel, Cody, for likes?
I'm not sure. I don't think we've ever got over 200, but
I don't think we've gotten to 150. Maybe one stream.
There you go. There's a target.
Can I just say, I think the cracking was a baby crying next door. I haven't heard a baby crying next door, so maybe Levy's even pissing the babies off now.
When you don't talk, there's like a white noise from your microphone. What I mean by crackling,
okay.
not like a cracking, like a crying sound, but it's like a when you talk, it goes away, but when you're still, you can hear it. So
well, he's definitely pissing babies off now because I never heard that baby crying before. So yeah,
I don't doubt.
So he gains his
I
power,
don't doubt that.
you know,
I don't doubt that.
destroying the youth.
I think we've got to a stage now where we're hurting ourselves, we're damaging ourselves if we believe the rumors. And after the Fonseca one, I just didn't see it. I didn't see him employing the most like unambitious of all the managers we've been linked with. So, but then I did believe it was going through today. I mean, everyone was saying Paratici Saturday, Wednesday. It was supposed to be yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was supposed to happen yesterday. I was waiting for it. Look, I don't like Fresca. I literally went to the store last night and bought a 12-pack of Fresca just to make the pun on Fonseca. And now I've got a 12-pack of Fresca that I have to drink.
That's dedication to your art, man.
But also, isn't that quite a beautiful like analogy? You know, like you've went and bought into the hope, and now you're left sitting there with a disappointing 12-pack
with 11 cans of liquid citrus soda water that doesn't even taste good.
Hey, Fresca is delicious. You shut your mouth when you're talking about Fresca.
It's perfect for Tottenham though, because it leaves a bitter taste in your mouth.
Yeah, grapefruit soda.
Put a little bit of orange juice in there.
But then it's not grapefruit soda anymore. It's orange soda.
Are you drinking vegetable oil? Are you drinking vegetable oil? Top right. Is it got that bad? Like
no.
Top right. Is that celebrity play? I have brew, the greatest thing ever. But I've had a request come through. So Bob Spur has sent me a voice note that he's asked me to play. So I'm just gonna get this here so I can play it.
What a fucking shit show! What a fucking embarrassment! It's like we're fucking trying to pick the best fucking tea lady for our fucking club. What a load of shit! And it's gonna continue. Trust me, it's gonna fucking continue. Please watch tonight, 9 p.m. Like and subscribe. See you later.
There's the car salesman.
Smooth transition.
Good to see someone sitting on the fence. Good to see someone.
And for people that are wondering too, I lied. Our record's actually 280 likes.
289.
Yeah. So, sorry about that.
I have to say, Bob, you're getting very, very stressed out. We all know your health issues. Sit down, take it easy. It's going to get a lot worse. Mate. I honestly reckon we're going to get to the first game of the season without a manager.
That bad.
I'm going to call it now. I'm going to call it right now.
I think it's the Euros. I think he's waiting until after the Euros. The later he waits to employ a manager, the less money he has to spend in the transfer market, I believe. He can say, "Oh, we've only had a few weeks. This manager's only had a few weeks, so we haven't been able to scout the players we want." So
go on, Tommy.
Yeah, I was saying we'll get a manager before the end of the season. I'm pretty sure we'll get a manager before the end of the season, but it's not going to be long before. It's not going to be long before.
Before the end of the season.
Freudian slip, Tommy. Freudian slip.
I mean, before the start of the season. Subconsciously, I'm even losing faith to a massive extent. But
welcome, Martin.
We'll get one in before the start of the season.
So you got to remember, like I said, I mean, Daniel Levy gives me all my material, so I'm in debt to him for that because without him, my rants wouldn't even exist. But you got to look at it. You got to look at it. He came out with this interview on Saturday. In that week, we put in building submissions, submitted plans for that building, and all good, Simon, my man. Put a planning submission in, and we've lost the manager. All in a week of those words that he said. Every single word that comes out of his mouth, he needs a translator, someone that can speak fluent bullshit. Because that's all he does.
Where do we go though? Like, I just don't see it. I just, like, for the first time in a while, I just don't see any sort of positivity. And
you kind of switch off to it, don't you? Think, right, I'm not going to buy into any of these rumors anymore. I'm just going to wait for an official announcement. And then he teases out these little 99% dones, doesn't he, through Ali Gold and stuff. And you start thinking, all right, it's safe to start going this direction now. And then that little bit of you on sitting on your shoulder goes, don't do it, not until it's official. And you throw your chips all in, don't you? And then you end up disappointed, even more disappointed, and then even more disappointed each time something happens, and you're like thinking, where can it go next? What? I mean, Gattuso, Christ.
If there's one thing I can say, and I premiered this expression on Cody's show when I was on with Cody with his tea time one, when the Levy comment came out, and I said to you, or not just to you, Johnny, I said to everyone, I don't believe a word that comes out of the club's mouth unless it's the guy that reads the team sheet for our home games. And he's reading a fucking team sheet, so he can't get it wrong. Anything else you hear is bullshit. Anything and everything, unless it comes to property. If it's property, it's gospel. Anything to do with the football club, unless the guy on the team sheet's reading it, it's bollocks.
Surely they have a social media team. They must pay a PR agency as well to have like fake accounts out there, like backing him up in the internet on streams and stuff. I know the UK government have got the whole Department of the Army that do that, so it's not beyond the realm that Levy can pay, £1 billion company can pay a company to have a lot of fake accounts going out there backing him up and trying to get some positive PR.
But Brad says here, Lee says he literally said in the interview not to take any notice of the rumors until something is announced by them. This wasn't a rumor. Like, this Fonseca thing wasn't a rumor. This was news. This was happening. You have to understand that there's a difference between a rumor and news. Right? You don't have 10 major news organizations all wrong on the same topic.
Yeah, that's why you have the tier system.
Seriously, like, does that not sound a little bit familiar? Like, that is exactly what the great leader of North Korea would tell the people, is not to listen to any of the outside news sources. Only listen what's coming from the great and almighty powerful leader. Like, it is total dictatorship. Oh, man. I don't know. Thing is, like, I don't want to talk about Spurs anymore. I don't want to talk about managers anymore. I'm not lifting a finger on any of the managers that we're linked to until they're announced, until they're in the building. So in essence, what he's trying to accomplish is working, because I don't know what to believe anymore. What there's nothing to believe in this club. Never mind like the rumors of the news. I just don't believe in this club's ability to operate itself.
People who are watching the show, subscribe to the channel, and then go look at it and look and see how many breaking news videos. Like, I don't like doing breaking news videos. I mean, I do because it's great for the channel as far as growth is concerned, but I don't like doing them as a thing. And just go look. And every single one of those breaking news videos was like solid news. It was solid news. There were multiple. I don't do a breaking news story until I get at least 3 sources, 3 reliable sources. That's what I have to have. Before I'll do this show, I have to have 3 reliable sources. Right.
So, Will and Cody, I don't know. I've got 2 things to say. So, first of all, I don't know if you could bring up a message by Joey Too Tall at 1408. I want to ask Joey what that means. 1408, Joey Too Tall.
208. Joey Too Tall. Yeah, we're getting like 20 messages a minute here.
So do you want me to, I'll just read it out then if it's easier that way. Okay. So I'm going to check that out after the show. So apparently Spurs have just uploaded a video on YouTube, so I look forward to mentioning that. And it seems that, Will, I've got a new job on your channel. I'm the official voice note deliverer, because Stelios has just sent me a message saying, please. So apparently that's my role now. So I don't just come in and rant. I come in and deliver voice notes. So this one is from Tottenham away, Stelios.
Yes, Will Stewart and all the guys on the show. Very quickly, to any Spurs fans that don't know, in the 90s, things got so bad that when the team came out onto the pitch, they used to play on the PA system. It was a quite popular track at the time. It went, things can only get better. That's how bad it was. Well, let me tell you what. Now, when we go back to the stadium, this is what they're going to be playing.
Hold on. Cut that off, Brian.
Yep. I cut that off straight away.
No,
copyright, brother. Copyright. You don't. So he sings one song and then he actually plays the music for another. So I think we gathered what he was saying. And apparently, I am the deliverer of social media and voice notes. So there you go. But
you're the rants man, so the rants have to come through you. You know.
Yeah, but do you know what? It's kind of the rants. I have to. I hate to big myself up when it comes to my rants. I'm in a league of my own when it comes to rants on that particular person. Whether, like I said, I'm like Gordon Ramsay on cocaine when I get going. It's like literally, it's.
No, he just didn't realize.
Agent Stelios.
It wasn't on long enough for it to harm anything, so we'll be fine. And if not, I'll just clip that section out, so we're good.
Yeah, I actually thought he was about to start singing it, and then I realised you and your tech realised immediately like that.
Boom, done. As soon as I heard it, recording.
And then I was like, no.
Yep, but also, we got another friend here. Maz, for the first time on camera. What's going on, fella? Can't hear you. Oh. Your mic's muted. You just unmute yourself.
There we go.
There you go.
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
No problem.
I just can't believe what is actually happening at our club. The lack of planning and forethought is especially from someone who owns a proportion of the club and runs the club. It's just astonishing that, you know, he would sack someone like Jose and have no backup plan, which I must admit in the past he's always had someone in mind, but in this case it clearly was an off the cuff decision, or Jose just said to him, sack me, I don't want to be here anymore. And then to go 60 days without effectively landing any manager in Europe, and we're just now looking at effectively the dregs. It's just it's beyond me. I'm speechless.
The sad thing is though, Maz, what gets me is people like yourself, and I don't mean this in a bad way, is when people say, I can't believe what's happening at the club.
No, I believe it because there's precedent, right? So it's believable, but it's things that astonish me is you got these people at the top of the club, and you've got a boardroom structure, right? And you've got a management structure, and there's probably God knows how many managers there, and there's no planning. There's just like no plan. Just live day by day and see what happens. And that really is almost summing up our the last 2-3 years. We're just every day that we went beyond Pochettino, we were almost living day by day, right? Had no idea of where we were going, who we were buying, what we were trying to do. We're just floating along. And you know, if that isn't an indication that there needs to be a massive change at the top, i.e. Levy, then I don't know what is.
This is the thing. I mean, do you reckon when it's Enoch and when they lose their manager, or something like this happens, do you reckon if they lose their CEO or whatever, it's done within seconds? It's done within seconds. Apart from when it comes to obviously the football club, and then it's like I don't give a.
Yeah, I mean, it's a company just doesn't go into, you know, even a lot of private companies, even public companies, you just don't go from having someone at the helm to then having no one at the helm for extended periods of time. It just doesn't happen because you're ultimately going to lose money, right? Us not having a manager is costing them money. So if Levy was a good businessman, he would have hired a manager by now, but he's not, because what's this saying to, you know, the fans around the world and in the UK is that we're a rudderless club. So people like me and you, we're not going to go and buy any merchandise for the state that the club's in. I'm certainly not going to, you know, and if we feel like that, you know, that's, you know, the legacy fans, let's say, right? Yep. Then a lot of the newer fans will feel like that, you know.
Correct. And as I said, Will, and I've said it for ages, my prediction on the next manager, we're getting closer of Dora the Explorer and her purple bag. We're going through so many humans that soon we're going to have to go for animations. I'm not joking. It's pathetic.
I don't remember ever in my, and I think I'm a similar age to you, Brian, but I don't remember in my lifetime Tottenham ever being so desperate or not even desperate, so rudderless in terms of getting an appointment in terms of a manager. You know, there always was people queuing up to manage Tottenham because of who we were. Right? And now I think it's probably as much to do with the managers refusing Spurs and what it is with us being so crap at attaining them to begin with. And I don't know what's worse, really.
I think his name's mud around the world, isn't it, with agents and other managers because of how he's treated the other.
Well, and that's probably why, yeah, absolutely, and that's probably why Jose almost had a smirk when he left Spurs, because he probably thought, you know what, I'm going to tell everyone I know what a CUNT he is.
Talking of abbreviations, I worked out what Tottenham's DNA is. What it is what the managers all potential managers put in their phone for Daniel Levy. Do not answer.
Yeah.
That's what DNA. That's our DNA. And I have to say, Cody, left foot on green.
I just want to remind the folks that the chat is absolutely flying in right now, and it's making it really hard for me to get it. We're hitting about, it looks like 15 to 20 messages a minute. So it's like one every 2 seconds. Go ahead and hit that $sign button down there if you really have something that you want the panel to read out. If you're just chatting with each other, just making general comments, I would appreciate that, and keep doing it. Don't feel pressure to do it, but if there's something that is really pressing that you want us to talk about, like Danny just did right here, go ahead and throw that in there. He says we could get a cardboard cutout of Poch for manager.
He'd have just as much influence.
Not a bad shout, to be honest with you, Danny. And Danny, thanks.
Listen, I know exactly what's happening right now. Okay, Fiorentina and Gattuso, they went their separate ways because, you know, Gattuso is a sideshow, and Fiorentina went and offered Fonseca more money. That's what's happening, right? It's not anything to do. Oh, the deal broke down, whatever. You know what I mean? They just offered him more money, and Levy said, "No, we're not going to match it." So Fonseca's going to stay in the Italian league. He'll be fine there, and we're back to square one apparently.
Mm-hmm. The rumors with Gattuso's short reign, very short reign at Fiorentina, is that he couldn't get the players. They didn't agree on the players he wanted, maybe due to finances. So how do you fit? So how is that going to work at Spurs? How, if the finances were the issue and we're bringing players in, I mean, it's just not going to work in any way, shape, or form. That's why I don't believe these rumours whatsoever. You know, we've got it's who we sell pretty much. That's what he's confirmed. Like we've got our budget are the players we sell. Gattuso is another unambitious appointment, but I can't even see him coming. He's got no money. That's why he fell out of Fiorentina. I mean, I don't think there's any truth. I don't think there's any truth to these rumours.
I do think we should be careful though when we say unambitious appointments, right? Because Levy's got a track record of all of the appointments he made as his primary appointments have been awful, and all of his secondary or fluky appointments have been the successful ones. So, you know.
Yeah, but
I think Pochettino. I think Pochettino was more ambitious.
This will be the 8th manager we've gone for, or 6th or 7th or 8th in this, and it gets to the point now where you're looking at it and it's like, this isn't even fluking anymore. I mean, Pochettino, listen, he struck gold 3 times in his 20 years, which was Martin Jol, Harry Redknapp, Mauricio Pochettino, and each 3 of them complained about not being backed, and it's got to the point now where managers are outrightly turning us down, and it's because there's no. I mean, Gattuso now he must go. Yeah, I'm in line for the Spurs job. I'm their 7th choice.
You know, I thought that would have happened to Chelsea when Roman Abramovich was cycling through managers every single season. I honestly thought that would happen to Chelsea, but clearly they're just better run club than us. They've got more integrity because managers are still willing to go there. Fine, they'll probably get paid a lot of money, but nevertheless, we pay our managers a lot of money too.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer, and they're going to be on a big salary, and then when they get sacked, they're going to get all of their money, aren't they? To another 2 or 3 years contract, it's paid off. So it's a no-brainer to go to Chelsea.
They can buy who they want as well.
You've got that. The reason they go to Chelsea is because Roman Abramovich says, right, you come, I'm going to give you as much money as you want to get whatever players you want, no ifs, buts, and maybes. But if you don't get me this, this, and this, you're gone. And any manager in the world go, okay, you're going to give me all the money I want. And if I can't get my team to where I think I can get with these players, that's fair. If you're going to let me go for 18, that's why he does short contracts, 18 months, 2 years, because he's going to back them to the hill. No matter how many you've got to remember, every manager he's gone through, and he's gone through a few, like you said, but he's backed every single one of them.
And it's beggars belief, right, that you would bring managers in and then tie their hands behind their back. You know, and again, it's. I mean, I said this quite a while back on one of Will's when I first went on one of Will's first streams. Is that the guy's literally got no plan. How can you hire a manager, right, and bring him in and sell him your vision, right, and then not give him the tools to enact the plan that they want to enact? You know, who would then join? I mean, he's clearly gone through every manager that was willing to come to Spurs, and now, you know, there's no one else really.
I just want to look
at before I gotta read that out here. We've got Mike Zappa here with a £5 super chat. He said he's unsubscribed from all the merchandise emails. All of you should do the same. That would send a clear message. I've already unsubscribed and unfollowed all of their social media accounts. Simply for the fact that I don't want them to be able to use me as a number, or for them to, you know, do their dirties. I can still go and search for them and look at the news if I want to find news from the club, but I've unsubscribed and unfollowed from all of them. There are enough good people who immediately tweet that stuff out anyway, on Twitter and other places. You know, Matty Hayes, for example, any news that comes out, he's right on top of it.
I'm so sorry for him.
His number is going to be a messy one, and then we've got Koguma Nim here, who's testing my Korean skills. She says, she asked if the first sentence here to the question mark says, is the Gattuso rumor a real one? And it looks like it's a real one for sure.
So I've got an update on that because Cheyenne just from Tottenham Way just tweeted something, or not tweeted, but he's just sent me something to one of the groups.
Hold on one second, I got to finish the super chat.
Oh, sorry. I thought you had to. Sorry, my bad.
No, that was the first half there. She's asking if the Gattuso rumor is real or not. And the second half is that it looks like Son Heung-min's contract is even getting further away.
Yeah, I think TJR in the comments said Kane's definitely gone. And if I was Son or Kane, I wouldn't. I would say to Levy, you haven't even got a manager, so why are you even thinking about keeping me?
Mm-hmm. It's definitely a real rumor because we're talking about it. Whether it's going to happen is another thing. I mean, they say Bruce Lee is an undercover cop in Hong Kong. He's still alive. That's a rumor. It doesn't mean it's true.
Last word on Spurs tweeted this 10 minutes ago. Gennaro Gattuso has now agreed to become Tottenham Hotspur's new head coach. The Premier League club is working on the finer details of the former Milan and Napoli coach's contract at present, with the agreement yet to be signed, which means it's not going to happen. As soon as it's working on the finer details.
I don't know if I enjoy having last word on Spurs stuff written down on my channel, to be honest with you, Brian.
My bad. I'll rewind that. So yeah, but listen, I don't even know what's going to happen with the Spurs fans that have got season tickets. Like, I know how Stelios and Danny Kyriakou feel, but I don't know. I mean, I know how a lot of people are feeling when it comes to going into the first game of the season, and everyone's saying they'll back Gattuso, Jesus Christ, Fonseca. I don't think it'll be the same for Gattuso. It gets to the point now where he doesn't realise how toxic it is going to be for that first game against Man City. It's going to be
it's going to be really toxic. We got another comment here from David. It says 가투스는 사실인 것 같고 손흥민은 제 개혁이 가까웠던 것 같은데 감독 바뀌면 더 모르겠네요. So basically he's saying, it sounds like the Gattuso rumor sounds real, and he thought that Son Heung-min's contract was going to get closer, but if the manager changes again, then we don't know about that.
So I don't know. I see what you were saying about. I think the weirder rumor that I've heard that the reason he left was it wasn't that he wasn't getting the money for the players; it's that his agent was getting him to try and buy his footballers. Like, he was trying to get someone from Sporting, someone else. So he was like doing work for his agent, which is just even weirder. But it's like, do you feel that Levy, how we're just
이제 감독이에요. fonseca가 이제 안 와가지고 이제 가투서가 하는 거예요.
My point exactly. But do you feel that, like, after the Super League fell apart, that he's now just firing? Because it feels like, everyone talked about having a plan. He got the massive stadium. He was developing this club. He was building it up, and everyone was talking about this Super League being a thing, and he saw the writing on the wall. So I honestly think Spurs, before that stadium and everything, would never be anywhere near some sort of Super League, and yet we were kind of like lumped in there. And now that is all falling apart, he's got nothing left, and he's just grasping at straws. He's going for this, he's going for that. He's it's the first time he's not had a long-term plan for a number of years, and we've really seen it starting to unravel for him.
Certainly from the football side of things, for sure. From on the pitch perspective, he's completely lost the plot, hasn't he? I don't get why the media team at Spurs and even Levy and his management team aren't trying to control the narrative to a certain degree, because surely they should be thinking damage limitation, but they're just compounding things and just making things worse.
They've got their one big get out, which is don't believe anything until it's on the official accounts. That's what they're going to hide behind that, aren't they?
Yeah, and we'll never know that he's unsubscribed from everything. He'll be in the dark.
Yeah.
Well, luckily, I trust people like Matty Hayes to do research, so I don't need them to.
Poor Matt. He was like, "I'm going to be focusing on transfers and everything." Like, geez, good luck, man.
But yeah, if you guys are watching the show for the first time, there's almost 300 people watching the show right now. be like the guy in the teacup down at the bottom and subscribe to the channel. Just look how happy he is that he subscribed. I mean, absolute joy. Absolute joy. You won't regret it. Also, to smash that like, I think we're at like 125 likes or something like that. 150. Let's get that to 200.
Here's a question to each of the panel, and I think this will be a good one. If you were Daniel Levy right now, what would you do to fix the situation?
Sir, please, sir.
Please, sir. I know this one. Please.
Does anyone else have an answer? Does anyone else?
Rope.
Oh.
I would sell the club. I would get the hell out of Dodge, and I would look in the mirror and go, do you know what? I'm a prick. I'm killing a football club that I apparently support. I'm going to take a nice walk up the skywalk, and I'd love to be on that skywalk with him. I'd love to. But yeah, I would sell the goddamn club. If you were
Daniel Levy, what would you do?
I would sell the club.
I thought you were going to say suicide.
Oh, well, I was about to say slit my throat. That would be another one, yeah. That'd be another one. But yeah, I would sell the goddamn, honestly.
Just to illustrate, we were talking about Matty Hayes there a few minutes ago. I'm gonna bring on just his YouTube, and you can just see, looking at all the different thumbnails. All like, pray for Matty Hayes, honestly, and if you have time, find him on Twitter, find him on YouTube, subscribe to him, follow him, send him a nice little note, because this guy has been putting in a shift on this whole managerial circus, and it's, you know, and in some ways it's benefited him. He's got a lot more subscribers than he did at the start, but just look at all of the goddamn work this guy's putting into. I'm sure that he's feeling frustrated by all of this more than the average supporter. So pray for Matty Hayes.
You've got all of the emotions in the thumbnails as well.
So apparently, my Mama Coates just sent me some breaking news. Apparently, Sam Cahill has just put out an article, and I'll read the headline for you. After the latest farce with Fonseca and Gattuso, it's official. ENIC out.
Oofed.
So, yeah.
Can I just read something out in the group in the group chat, which is quite worrying. Because I don't think it's not a pit we need to be going in, and it's reload XXXX, and I see it on social media. I've seen it on social media since Fonseca hasn't been it's confirmed that he's not coming, and it's a Paratici parasite. Now we cannot blame Paratici when Levy is the sole problem. He's clearly employed Paratici to pass on responsibility. If we start blaming Paratici alone for this situation, that's very, very dangerous, and it's a road I don't think we should be going down. So I hope that doesn't become too prevalent on social media.
I'm sure the people who want to deflect for Levy will, for sure. But I mean, I'll do the same thing. I held Ryan Mason accountable for Ryan Mason's choices. I'm going to hold Paratici responsible for Paratici's choices, but the end result always comes to me blaming Daniel Levy for both of them, because he's the one who's made the choice of hiring that individual. So
there's only one parasite at the club. There's only one.
But it doesn't mean that those people don't deserve criticism for their choices. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Do you think Paratici's probably feeling like Mourinho did when he first came? He probably thought it was going to be this great setup. He's walked in through the doors and thinking, oh my God, what have I walked into?
Trial by fire for him, that's for sure.
Mourinho took the 300 grand a week, though, didn't he? He took the 300 grand a week. Do you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure.
Well, this is why I big up to Conte, because Conte was like, I'm not going to come here just for the money.
Apparently they offered him more than they gave Joseph. It was like 17 million or something like that.
The difference was, though, Mourinho needed to almost reinvent himself, right? Rebuild his reputation. So he saw Tottenham as a grand prize, whereas Conte doesn't need to. He's got the rep already. He doesn't need to come to Spurs. And neither does Fonseca, apparently, either.
Do you actually think, though, see when we say ENIC out, like, how much money is Levy going to try and sell this for? Like, who is actually going to buy Tottenham? Like,
I don't think investors would care, to be honest, what's happening. They'll look at all of the assets that Tottenham Hotspur have, and Levy said, right, all of the capital assets that they have, right, and then they'll look at, you know, like they did with the Super League, you know, our global fan base, all the different revenue streams, and they'll be like, yep, make a calculated decision, we'll buy them and see if we can change their fortune. Now's probably the best time to buy Spurs because their value's probably at the lowest it's going to be. If you're doing well, it would be the opposite.
But you just know he's not going to go for less than $1 billion.
It's a really messy situation, right? Because you got the chairman, you know, who owns 30% of the club. You got Joe Lewis who owns the rest, right? So even if Joe Lewis wanted to sell, either Levy would have to buy another 30% or another 21% to become the majority shareholder to control the club still, right? And how much is that going to cost him? Another, I don't know, 600, 700, 800 million. Has he got that lying around? He'll probably need to go and borrow the money, which probably isn't too hard for him. But Tottenham's already in debt, so it will be very difficult.
But he's devaluing the club. As we speak, we've got from Champions League to Conference League, devalued. If we sell Kane and Son, wholeheartedly devalued. This manager fiasco, our stock is plummeting because of this. So all he's doing, the great businessman, is devaluing the club so we're more affordable for someone to come and get us.
Which might be his end. It might be his end game,
which is what
Brian.
we want, though, Brian. Right? Isn't it?
Exactly. That's the thing. That's the thing. I mean, I said it before. If someone told me I have to go through a year of I asked this question before. And I'll do it again. If I know my answer is yes. If I had to go through a year of crap, and I mean crap, let's just say relegation struggle and we get out on the final game of the season, whatever, and everything else, but I know at the end of the season, Levy sells the club and we have new owners guaranteed, I'll take it all day long.
Me too.
I would take it all day long.
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But we got another friend here that wants to join us for the last 20 minutes of the show. And let's bring him in. Mr. Danny the Bun. Mr. Danny the Bun is in the house. And Danny the Bun, before we introduce you, I just want to remind people, we've got some folks watching tonight, that we are doing the 9 p.m. show tonight over on Henry Wright TV's channel. We have swapped out Mr. Jack for an Italian expert, an AC Milan supporter and Serie A guy who's also a Tottenham Hotspur fan, who knows the Gattuso.
Will just leave that,
call it.
Leave that up for a second. I just want to say, like, first of all, Danny, you're looking fresh in this picture, by the way. But also, like, I've been on the Two Brian show once in a while, and I've commented saying that Brian Ireland looks like the heel from like a romantic comedy. And I think he's leaning into this image, because doesn't he just look like the guy that's the dick that the girl is with at the start of the movie, and the hero comes in and steals the girl at the end, you know, like he's that douchebag. Like,
yeah, he looks like a mafia henchman.
The point was to promote the show, not to mock the people in the thumbnail.
Right? I'm going to continue mocking him because obviously we've had this discussion about who is B1 and who is B2. And I'm on the top row, Brian Islands. If you're watching, it's quite clear. I'm B1, you're B2. Game over. What's up, Danny?
When I was making the thumbnail, that was actually brought out and mentioned, and I said, "Eggs on the top row," because we suffer enough as it is.
Oh God, how's everyone doing? Apart from obviously the shit show of our club, as always. Yeah, yeah.
Same shit, different day, Danny.
I think I'd probably be banned from YouTube if I actually said what I wanted to say. So I'm not going to say it, because I think Brian Daigle knows exactly what I feel, and I think I'd probably be investigated by the police if I actually said what I would actually want to say. So I'm not going to say it. But I mean, you
Danny, just one sec. Just before you get into it, I just have to stop you there because we've got some breaking news here. Oh. it doesn't want to work, but I'll just bring it onto the screen. Fabrizio Romano's just tweeted saying that Gennaro Gattuso in advanced negotiations with Tottenham board over a potential 2 years contract. Jorge Mendes directly involved in the discussions between Spurs and former Napoli manager. #THFC #Spurs.
What's he done?
Do you know what this is? Do you know what this is?
Deserve
Right?
a shot at the Tottenham
And this is look, dude, that's
you know
what
what-
Goguma says right here. She's like, every day, this is what it says. 매일 뉴스가 바뀌어서 뭐가 뭔지 모르겠네요. She's like, because the news changes every day, I have no idea what's happening anymore. She has no idea what's going on.
That's not going through.
Do you know what the worst thing about this is, right? The worst thing about this is agents leading this. This is agents pushing this. This is Daniel Levy. This is literally going above Paratici for what he's been brought in to do. And he's like, right,
then come out and make a statement.
But he
Like
won't.
I said,
the
look,
guy
look.
is vermin. He's a rat. He will never do that. He doesn't
No,
give a
look,
fuck.
all you have to do is this. Club tweet out. The connections here are unfounded. Done.
I said it though.
Do you know what the worst
In
thing
my
about
video.
it is? Do you know what the worst thing about it is, right? When you listen to the Sky Sports report, they go, the one thing they always mention every time in English media, oh, the decision wasn't financial. Do you know what? I want to punch them in their face when I hear that. It's the most annoying thing I ever hear on fucking English media. Oh, it's like they have to put in the, oh, but it wasn't a financial reason. We decided to pull out. Oh, do you know what? Fuck them. I'm literally done with this club. Honestly. Daniel Levy, right? We're never ever going to do anything while they're there. Honestly, boys, I don't know what to say, because the thing is, right, that look, for me, right, I feel that in the next 10 years we might be lucky and Lewis might be on his deathbed and he might decide to sell the club. Literally, that's the only way this, because the thing is, right, he owns a majority share. Now, if he decides to sell that majority share, Levy can't do fuck all. He can't do anything. He hasn't got a say. So
and that's why. But Danny, that's why. Sorry, mate. That's why I think it's going to be really difficult, right? Because
it wasn't that he had. Yes, fake news. It wasn't that he didn't have any tax problems with Italy.
Oh, that's bullshit. That's probably
No, what it was is that he got lower taxes in Italy. If it would the root that what Keith's talking about here, he tends to be on a different spectrum than us a lot of the times. Although I think he's getting closer.
It's to do with money no matter what, regardless.
The thing with Fonseca here is that he would have cleared more money if he was managing in Italy. And so in order to clear the same amount of money, he would have needed more than what Spurs were offering, because the taxes in the UK are higher for him than they would be in Italy.
Yeah, basically.
And so the first original reason is that because of that, Spurs ended communications because they weren't going to give him any more cash.
And this is how much
that was a complete false story, according to Alistair Gold.
But this is how much of a farce this club is, right? Because they were willing to offer Conte 13 million euros, and there was a discrepancy of 3 million euros. But then the contract offer for Fonseca was 2.5 million euros, and he wanted a little bit more to clear that tax, so he could get the same amount as what he was getting in Italy after tax over here in the UK. But they didn't want to do it because, number one, like I think one of you guys said it when I was listening on the way home in the cab, that it's literally like Daniel Levy has got his agenda set. He's got his deal set. And if that negotiation of what he's got in his mind has changed, nope, that's it. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. And this is why we're in a downward spiral, because that is how he runs this club, because he's got no idea. And this is what's going to happen. I'm telling you, we're in a relegation fight next year. And I actually want Son and Kane to go, just because they don't deserve
welcome
this.
to the dark side, Keith.
And I'm not being funny, right? It's nothing's going to change unless we actually fall from grace, because that's the
I've
way
said
we're
it
going.
before, Dan. He's a crack addict, but his addiction is negotiations, isn't it? He just loves negotiating. That's what he lives for.
That's what he lives for. You're right, Johnny. That's literally what he lives for. And Gattuso coming in is literally I'm saying this now, it's agents doing this. It's nothing to do with, it's like when they sign the players, right? It's agents that force the players. Why do you think we brought Bergwijn in? No disrespect to his ability or whatnot, or what his potential is like, right? But why do you think we brought Bergwijn in? It's because of the deal that was made and what we could get him on, and the finances behind it was all driven by agents. That is how Daniel Levy does business. It's always looking for the best negotiation, the best deal possible financially. And he doesn't care about anything else. And this is why, if we get Gattuso, we're done. And for me, look, as much as we've got to back the manager, all this kind of crap, right? I'm not supporting Gattuso. I'm sorry. I can't do it, because this is how I feel right now. I feel like
unless we voice our opinions, and I'm sorry, Gattuso's going to be put in the middle of it, but the problem is it's not going to change if we start backing him, because we're going to be here another 6 months and then he'll be sacked again because he's had a disagreement with the board or something. This is a guy who's got a track record of leaving clubs so quickly, and like Tommy was saying earlier, right? How is this guy a discrepancy about Mendes trying to bring in get Gattuso to sign his players at Fiorentina, and apparently the Fiorentina board wanted them to use youth, and he didn't actually agree with that. And apparently Daniel Levy's DNA is he wants to use youth and play attacking football, but Gattuso doesn't play attacking football. No. This is mind blowing, honestly.
I wouldn't be surprised if the media's just trolling us. To be honest, riling up.
Yeah, they can now. They can now.
I don't think they are trolling us, though. I think that's the thing. The club is such a.
Well,
if we carry on believing it, they will. I mean, I think we can all agree that Jose, towards the end of his spell, lost the plot, especially with substitutions. But 60 days without a manager, and I think we can also agree on sacking him before the Carabao Cup final, even before the end of the season, was a joke. Mm-hmm. But would you have kept Jose now going into the 21-22?
Absolutely.
And the options we got right now. I'm not
exactly. Well, 60 days without a manager.
I said this on my first stream that I went on with Will and on THFCRants late at night. I said, if there was one guy that you'd want to take all of the flack for Tottenham's poor season, who could probably take it, it would be Jose Mourinho, because he'll just, I don't know.
He'll play mind games with it.
Yeah,
he'll play mind games
exactly.
he does. He does everything.
And the thing is as well is, at least for all of Jose's negatives, and there's a lot, at least he could probably attract one or two big players. Who would want to come to Spurs now? If I was a top player, I wouldn't go to Spurs. It's joking.
I'm telling you, I can't see if Son signs a new contract at Spurs, it's because Daniel Levy has fed him fucking bullshit and they've gone and believed it. If Son is an intelligent person, he won't sign that contract and he will force a move away. That's how I see it, because I can't see any other reason why Son would want to end his career at Spurs and ruin it and have his chance of winning anything gone, obliterated. Because one man who's got who wants to build a property portfolio, a property investment company under a Tottenham name. That is literally it.
It's not just who he can potentially bring in.
He's not signing it. Listen, he has got his lawyers signing the longest contract in the world. It's been 8 months. And now they just extend to it. It's like, oh, if this manager comes in, we'll get, oh, no, let's get rid of this now because it's not Fonseca. Oh, no, it wasn't Ten Hag. It's literally, this contract is like this. This just with paperwork. It's not getting signed. He's going. People wake up. Kane's going. Son's going. We won't be able to track any world-class players. Let's say we get 200. Let's say we get 250 million for the pair of them. We're lucky if we get 10% of that to spend.
Yeah.
But let's remember, everything goes back into the club. So I expect to see 250 million spent on replacements.
We know, we all know, right, where that money's going. That money's going into the diving tank, so they can get some diving instructors there as well, pay for them as well. And then they'll say, oh, we haven't got enough money because we've got too much staff for the diving tank. And we've got too much stuff. They're gonna have a driving range on the roof as well, probably. They're gonna have all sorts, mate. The hotel they're building, right? I guarantee you, 1,000,000%, 1,000,000%, they're gonna sell the naming rights for that hotel to the highest bidder. I guarantee you, because Daniel Levy wants to get as much money as he can for Tottenham, or for himself, should I say, not Tottenham. And then he'll say, oh yeah, and we're gonna invest this money back into the team.
But Danny, I got to slow you down, mate. I got to slow you down for two reasons. One, I don't want you to empty your tank before we go on.
Oh no, my tank. I'm not even touching. I'm touching the top of the tank, the bottom of the tank at the moment.
and two, what Cody has an issue with his teacups. I think it's great. I actually not in a funny banter way. Like I actually think it's really good. Like I would do that.
Yeah, I don't have any issues with my teacups.
Oh, there you go.
My teacups are just fine. I was just laughing at Ginty because I could hear him whisper, giggling.
We're all just losing his mind, and it's just Cody like the sides of him.
And I got to put the attention. No, I mean, Look,
well, sorry, Danny, my bad.
Wrong
cool.
comment here. I don't know how that one popped up, but Christopher, we'll just read it since I had it up there. Just got green light from Gym Sports Center next to the stadium. Yeah, that was we had that. We have a whole rant video on the show there called Levy Land, and that's what that's about right there. Just got the green light for the gym and the sports center next to the stadium. Also,
It's just what the area needs.
everybody
It's just
has
what the
to
area
do.
needs.
Everybody has to do what Gogama says. Don't be shy. Like and subscribe. Thank you. Right, and look, for people that are watching too, the subscription to the channel really helps us out. It helps us reach more people. It helps get our videos out there. And the likes as well. Today, you guys have been really generous with the likes. I think we're at like 175 likes right now. All we need is 25 more to get to 200. Let's break 200 today on the stream. That really pushes us over the top. And two, do remember that once we hit 2,000, we will be giving away 2 different T-shirts from our merch store again. So you got to be subscribed to the channel, and you got to be on the show that we give that away at. So make sure you do both those things.
Do you know what, Will, right? Today, I had a shit day at work. It's like Daniel Levy, right? It's like he knows when people are having a bad day. He likes to rub it in their fucking faces. It's like he just keeps on. It's like the gift that keeps on giving, that fucking prick. Honestly, I was so angry today after seeing that news. I had such a shit day, and then seeing this news, it just blew my top.
But COYS, why can't you just join us? I don't understand why we have to still be in this argument with Daniel Levy. Like, look, how many times do we got to go through this before you finally say Levy's again?
It's over.
I don't get it.
You're paying them, you know. Hit him where it hurts his wallet. Stop buying the stuff.
The thing is, though, Danny, don't you think, right, that we should actually be happy that this is happening? Because the more stuff like this is happening, the more people will be winning over to getting Enoch out.
So, are you saying that we are the ones that are causing this to happen?
That's ridiculous.
Oh, Jesus.
I doubt that.
That's
Jesus.
ridiculous.
I wish my little 1,000 subscriber channel had that much pull. Please subscribe so it gets stronger. But I mean, hey.
I don't know how people, honestly, I mean, we've all done our bit about the interview. Danny and I have been like this for a good few months.
Months? Try long years, Brian. We have.
Yeah. No, but I mean, no, you and me have been like this for years. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I don't even need to go into my 14 years of experience, knowledge, wealth, evidence. If I even just ask you guys to take a look back at what Daniel Levy has done since the Super League, so we're talking April. Just take a look. We're halfway through June. Have a look from April to June. I've got 14 years. I can roll out at any time like a conveyor belt and knock down any argument anyone has. But I ask you to challenge me. Just look in the last 2.5 months. Look what he has done. Put it in pros and cons, and I'll give you a spoiler alert. Your pros will be very, very empty, and you'll run out of paper for the cons. So,
yeah. What has he actually done that's good in the last month?
That's what I'm asking. 2.5 months. 2.5 months. You tell me so.
Look, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. The thing is,
I hate that phrase.
Sorry, Brian. Close
That's
your
right,
ears,
brother. That's all right. That's all right.
Levy won over a lot of the fans in the beginning purely because, without going into it too much, but we knew that Tottenham, we needed a bigger stadium to compete with the top clubs, yada yada yada. We needed that infrastructure. We all knew that. It was evident since the 90s when all the other clubs started to move on and we were sort of getting left behind, right? And then Levy came in and he started doing stuff with the stadium and all that sort of stuff. So we all combine to that. But the football side of things, I can't remember it being this disjointed and this bad. And that's what makes any positives that he has done just get wiped out because everything is so bad now. So I don't see how anyone can buy into this because the guy's got no vision. For us to be able to support a man like Levy, right? He's got to at least sell us something, sell us a vision, sell us an aspiration that we all can latch onto. But there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. He's sold us you know,
We've
down the
regressed.
canal, basically. Yeah,
We've
It's
regressed massively over the last 5 years, especially since the free windows where we didn't sign a single soul. I think that's when the regression was at its peak, and it's only gone downhill. It's only gone downhill from there. And as look, COYS in the chat again, a little bit less Levy out than the majority of us. I think we can safely say, look, it's our job as streamers to give you the rumors, because I'm sure one of these manager rumors will be correct down the line. One of these has to be correct. I'm not convinced.
I found a picture of COYS. I'm just going to put it up. Oh, there he is right there. Sorry, COYS, I had to. Come on,
mostly peaceful protests. But we are at 1,169 subscribers. Let's just get that to 1,170. I like even numbers. I know everybody likes even numbers. So if you're watching the show and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button.
Yeah, but then what happens if you get more than one person do it and it takes you to
Then people got to do
171?
it again. You just got to keep doing it until it gets to an even number. You know what's a really good even number? 2,000. That's a really good even number. But Johnny, do you have to bounce right now, or can you hang out till the end? Or
they can wait for me. Will that's the way I roll.
Oh, Diva in the house.
Make him wait.
Diva in the house.
Johnny, I'm gonna start calling him Johnny One-Liner, because his one line. Look, I'm telling you, Johnny is a deceptive guy. See, look, you done did it, folks. You did exactly what Brian said to do. So that means somebody else needs to subscribe to make it 172.
Fresh Prince of that was just that
Fresh
that
Prince
week's
no
comment
hair.
of the year. Comment of the year. Nothing beats it.
I mean, he sits there. He's quiet. He looks like he's not gonna get you, but his one-line banters, man, are spot on. But we are going to be ending the show here in 4 minutes. Why are we ending the show in the midst of all of this drama? Well, because you can follow right over to 9 p.m. over at the Henry Wright. I've already linked the link to Henry's channel at the top of the chat. So when the stream ends, you can just click over there if you're not subscribed to Henry Wright TV already. 9 This is going to be the topic that we're talking about here. It's going to be a show that you don't want to miss. In the end of that show, the last 30 minutes, if things are rolling smooth and we have a big audience and all that stuff, we will have a segment called Extra Time, where we'll be taking questions from you guys, the audience, directly. So,
can I just say, why have you not got a bun in that, Johnny? In that graphic there, where's your bun?
My hair grew.
You can't be doing that. You're supposed to be competing with Danny for the bun, and you're wearing a wig.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, but no one competes with Danny for the bun.
Exactly.
No one. That is trademarked. That is it. No one can.
That's a no-go zone.
Yeah,
that's why Danny wanted Bell to leave. He was like, "No, there's only one bun in this club."
Just be happy you have hair. At least I'm happy you have hair, Johnny. Just be happy you have hair, man.
Exactly.
But before all the people jump off because they know that the show's ending, let's go around and let everybody promote themselves so you guys get the full effect of the almost 300 people watching the stream right now. So we'll go over to Ginty. First man on the show gets to promote his channel first. Tell people where they can find you.
Well, you can find me making myself look like an arse talking in the You Tell Me football podcast about Scotland and their opening game. That was fun. And we talk about all things football. You know, we were talking about the Euros and title winners, and we're talking general football. Was supposed to be Anthony, unfortunately, was going to jump on, but he was a bit late at work. So You Tell Me football podcast.
And Tommy, let people know where they can find you.
I literally changed my name yesterday, twice. So I was Spurs on TV. It started with Tommy Ball, and now I have to remember, like, it's crazy. I changed it like a few hours ago. So it's Tommy Talk Ball. Tommy Talk Ball TV. There's a double meaning in there. Right, and this evening I'm going live at 10 p.m. It's because I'm going slightly neutral. I do a lot of Euro work now, and a little bit off Spurs subject, which I think is important for my mentality right now. Yeah, exactly. So 10 p.m. tonight, I'm doing a England-Scotland preview. So if you want to escape Spurs for a little while, jump on.
Sounds good. Mr. Daigle?
Yeah, you can find me as always at Tottenham Away or whoring myself out, all the other channels that will have me. And yeah, find us at Tottenham Away, where I can promise you one thing: you get me unfiltered all the time. But I can guarantee at 9 tonight, polite Brian goes out the window, and I think Danny and I are going to have quite a bit to say So yeah, really, really looking forward to that. But yeah, you can find us at Tottenham Away.
And then we've got Johnny Einstein, aka Shelfside Spurs.
That's
TV.
right. In the immediate future, you can find me on Henry Wright's show 9 at 9 with the boys here, some of the boys here. But my, as you can see on the screen, sir, underneath my chin, that's the name of my YouTube channel, Shelfside Spurs. We usually have weekly content on. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind going to subscribe and supporting the channel, so we can carry it going. Usually do a show on a Thursday, but I'm on the stream with these guys later, so I'm going to get all my viewers to go across and watch that one. So anyone watching now as well, come across and watch us, because it's sure to be a good one. Brian's threatened to ramp himself up to level 10. He's on about a 5 or a 6 at the moment. Danny's on about a 5 or a 6 as well. So those boys are going to ramp themselves up to 10 for the 9 at 9 show over on Henry Wright's channel. And I think Ginty's going on Tommy's show when us guys are done as well. So plenty of content for you to keep you lot entertained for the rest of the evening.
I just threw Johnny's channel link in the chat. Make sure you guys click over there.
Thank you.
And subscribe to that right now. Don't wait. Go over there and do it now. And I'm telling you, if you thought his one-liners tonight were good, they're even better on his own channel. So, and so is the content too over there is pretty good. And I enjoy watching it. So,
one more thing, it's Tommy Talkball. Thanks, Ed. But it's not Tommy Touchball. It's Tommy.
Tommy Touchball.
Tommy Blue Balls on YouTube. Tommy Blue Balls.
That's a channel that's going to be cancelled very soon.
Isn't it just? Yeah. Tommy touches balls, eh?
There's the one-liner.
Make sure you sub. That's why I changed it yesterday, because my girlfriend thought it was Tommy's balls. So yeah, Tommy Talkball.
Oh my God. Let's keep it
very important.
Before everybody leaves the stream, let's go ahead and let Maz and Danny. So Maz, where can people find you on Twitter or anything like that?
No, I don't really go on Twitter. But all I'll say is just support Will Stewart and Cody, Mac. You know, they run a brilliant channel, and if it wasn't for channels like this, you know, and giving fans like me an opportunity to talk Tottenham and vent, then you know, you would be at home very lonely and bored. So
close line in the wife.
100%.
Big up, man.
And then Danny the Bun.
Yeah, you can find me everywhere. Like Brian, I am a bit of a slut. Yeah, I mean, indeed. In every way, probably. Yeah, you can mostly actually find me on the Irish Hotspur. So get over there if you haven't done, and go and subscribe. But we will have hopefully a channel coming out hopefully before the beginning of the season, which is going to be a debate channel, which is based on Premier League teams. But we will have some dedicated Tottenham shows as well. So if you want to watch literally deluded people and deluded fans and downright idiots, then just follow the Twitter handle, which is inthebox_TV, and you'll have some more news on that soon.
Tommy's balls.
Tommy touches balls.
I was so tempted to say.
You know what? This is brilliant advertising. This is the best advertising possible. This is literally the best advertising possible.
Tommy's blue.
Mate, this is the best decision. This is the best
I never
stream
met your
decision I've
girlfriend.
made.
I never met your girlfriend, but I like her.
You can't get this much publicity if it was written on the toilet wall, Tommy.
I'm so happy right now. 300 people watching.
Johnny again. I need to make a Johnny sound effect. Goes after all of us. Look, guys, we appreciate it. And guys, thanks for watching the show. The two bald guys at the top here in the corner, I'm Will Stewart, THFCRants, and that's Cody Mag at ComacDo. We run the show here and we have about 5 shows a week. Me and Cody do kind of a 1v1 against each other. Sometimes we argue, sometimes we agree. And he's got his cool hat, and he looks like an American, like the old school American Patriot hats, but one who's taking part in Pride Week. But he's Canadian, and but we also have Mr. K, who does his show on Tuesday nights, which may be moving to Wednesday nights. So guys, make sure you say that. But we'll also be doing a England-Scotland watch-along here on the channel tomorrow. We'll be watching that together live. People can jump on and hang out if they want to. I'll be throwing the link out in the chat for people to join us on that. Watch-alongs are fun. I think it's going to be a fun match to watch. And I like to do those for the fun ones. I'm sure there are other channels that are doing, but I'm of Scottish heritage, so I can't not do a watch along.
Alba Cabra.
That's right.
Well, I'm actually meeting Brian Island for the very first time tomorrow in person.
Awesome.
I can't not do a watch along for this match. So
I hope he's have a fun time, but I hope the match ruins. That puts a big dampener, you know. In
Yeah, I don't think it will be,
Just
my man.
dream that-
Here we go. Here we go. The day
Just a
before.
shout out to
Johnny.
Eugene. Sorry, guys. Just a shout out to Eugene Lockman, who says that at the end of every single stream, the circus continues. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, he's not wrong.
Show must go on.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about, man. Look, the more people we tried.
How nice is that stadium?
We tried, but I
Tell you
did.
the truth, you need to go to the training ground. Remember where everyone got together when Bale was coming back? Everyone made their way to the training ground. Listen, I don't think you're going to grab the attention of the stadium because things go on and we see what happens there. I think everyone, and I do mean everyone, needs to go to the training ground where they are going to be there every single day.
Yeah.
Exactly. Every single day, that's where they're going to be. And I guarantee you start making a bit of a scene there, and I mean without violence, they will pick up on it very, very quickly. Sky News and everything, they'll be there. They'll have unrivaled competition because obviously there's a lot of stuff going on in Tottenham. If you're outside the training ground, there's nowhere else to go apart from that training ground. Everyone should be directing the protest at the training ground.
All right, guys, but to finish the outros, because we got to go. The next show, besides the England-Scotland watch-along tomorrow, will be late night THFC rants here on this channel. But the one even before that, it's not on this channel, but it is 9 p.m. And this one's going to be a fantastic show. So make sure you guys don't miss it. But thank you to all the members on the panel on a Creators Corner. You guys have been great. And
It's coming home.
it's coming home.
Who, Gattuso?
Leave you out. Leave you out. Leave you out.
Leave you out, yeah.
Anyway,
Leave you
guys, stay strong.
Parasite. Leave the parasite.
Try to stay strong. I need to change my tagline now. My tagline is normally "Stay strong, stay Spurs," and I need to change that to "Stay sane, stay Spurs."
Stay leave you out.
They live it, they leave you out. That's what
Yeah.
it needs to be.
Yeah.
all I can promise is that through this hard time, this is kind of like therapy. We get on here, we rant it out, we get the frustration off our chest, and that's how we keep from plucking our eyeballs out. So for the folks that are in the comments who maybe think that we're being negative far too often, just be patient with us and let us get it off our chest, because if not, we don't know what Brian Daigle would be doing to the stadium right now if he didn't have an outlet. So
True, it's very true.
He'd be like that. Have you ever seen that meme of Andre, that "Let Me In" one? That'd be Brian at the gate. Just let me in.
Oh, mate, I'm going to be the monk from Meme Machine. That's what I'm going to be. Jason Statham, the monk from the Meme Machine. If ever I get near him.
You did confirm the other night. I'm sure you're going to be waiting outside Hotspur Way when you pop over here. Is it September?
Oh, yeah, no. I did. So when they announced, obviously, Levy Lab, when I had to go off Mr. K show, and then obviously that news broke, and I was like, I'm not coming back on because I will literally literally, I couldn't have come on the time, so I calmed down for a bit, and then Will saw that I came back in and I had my rant, and then I left. Yeah.
And even then, when I clipped the rant, it ended up moving it up before the 10-minute mark, so I had to snippet pieces out of it in order to not get dinged on that. But guys, we got to go. We got another big show that we got to get ready for. Tommy's got a show he's got to get ready for. Danny has a bunch of boxes back there. Don't think I didn't notice that when you jumped on.
You know what it is, Will.
I know what it is. And thanks for people watching. You guys are amazing. Look, we go on, we ask for subs, we do all that, but we do that simply for the fact that it helps us reach more people. And our channel would be nothing without your guys' support, with all the watches, with all the views, with all the super chats that you guys put into the show. You guys are the ones that make this happen. I can already feel my voice starting to go, so I need to go get another Fresca because I have 11 of them now that I have to finish off. Maybe I'll try to give them to the kids, but I'm sure they'll just spit it out. But guys, stay sane, stay Spurs, and we'll see you next time.
Tommy's ball.
1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go now.